The phone's dim light flickered on Mia's face. Her thumb scrolled through old messages, each one a fading echo of her friend Alex. They were supposed to meet, grab some coffee, catch up, but Alex never showed. Now, days later, Mia clung to their digital conversations. A knot of worry tightened in her stomach.
If you don't hear from me by Friday, come find me. By the way, you're not who you think you are.
The last message sent chills down her spine. If you don't hear from me by Friday, come find me. The words hung in the air like a whispered threat. It was followed by a chilling addendum. By the way, you're not who you think you are. What did that even mean? Alex loved cryptic jokes, but this felt different, heavier.
Days turned into a sleepless week. I couldn't shake the feeling that something was terribly wrong. Strange occurrences started to plague me. Whispers in an empty room, objects moving inexplicably. My dreams were haunted by shadowy figures and Alex's pleading eyes. I had to find my friend.
Mia remembered something Alex had once mentioned. An old family cabin tucked away in the woods, a hideaway, a place to disappear. Hope flickered, a tiny flame against the encroaching darkness. Clutching her phone, Mia set off into the unknown. The forest seemed to close in around her, the trees like looming giants. The air grew heavy, thick with the smell of damp earth and decaying leaves. The further Mia ventured, the more oppressive the atmosphere became. She could almost feel her phone vibrating in her pocket, a phantom ring. Finally, through a break in the trees, she saw it. The cabin. It was more dilapidated than she imagined, shrouded in an unnatural stillness. The windows were dark, lifeless eyes staring back at her. Taking a shaky breath, Maya approached cautiously. The door creaked open as if inviting her in. The interior was dark and dusty, cobwebs clinging to every surface. The air hung thick with the silence of abandonment. Mia shivered, her breath catching in her throat. The only sound was the beating of her own heart. She called out, her voice echoing in the cavernous space.
Alex, are you here?
Only silence answered her. Despair threatened to engulf her, but she pushed it down. She had to find Alex. Her eyes fell on a dusty notebook lying on a rickety table, a single ray of sunlight illuminating its worn cover. The notebook was filled with Alex's familiar handwriting, pages upon pages of hurried scribbles, drawings, and cryptic notes. Mia's heart ached. It was Alex's life, poured out onto the pages. As she read, a sense of unease settled over her. The entries spoke of being watched, of secrets, of a truth too terrifying to face. One entry, in particular, sent shivers down her spine. It described a recurring dream, a shadowy figure with glowing red eyes and a voice that whispered of a hidden lineage. It talked about beings that walked among humans, disguised, their true nature concealed. Mia shook her head, trying to make sense of the rambling words.
Was this some elaborate joke?
The notebook spoke of a ritual, a way to break free from the deception, a way to see oneself for what one truly was. The words "trust no one, not even yourself," were scrawled across the last page, underlined 3 times with such force that the paper was nearly torn. Suddenly, a floorboard creaked behind her. Mia spun around, her heart pounding in her chest. And there, standing in the doorway, was Alex. Relief washed over Mia.
Alex, you're all right.
But something was off. Alex stood unnaturally still, her eyes vacant, her expression blank.
Alex, what's wrong? What's happened?
Mia questioned, fear creeping back into her voice. Alex just stared at her, a slow, unsettling smile spreading across her face.
We are one, Mia. We are not meant to be separate.
Mia stumbled back, fear gripping her throat. This wasn't Alex. It couldn't be. Her eyes darted around the room, searching for an escape. Her gaze landed on a dusty full-length mirror tucked in the corner. As she looked in its depths, she saw it. A flicker of something inhuman behind Alex's eyes, a flash of red light reflecting back at her. But it wasn't just in Alex's reflection, it was in her own. The truth hit Mia with the force of a physical blow. The strange occurrences, Alex's cryptic messages, the notebook. It all made sense now. She wasn't human. She was like Alex, whatever that meant. She had been living a lie, her true nature hidden from her. Until now. In that chilling reflection, Mia saw not a monster, but a terrifying truth. Trust no one, not even yourself.